Hey, what's going on, hockey fans? Welcome back to another video. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now that the trade deadline is slowly approaching, I do want to go over just a couple of players that I could see that have been veterans on teams for a very long time that could be moving, and just some other pieces, guys that are all UFAs at the end of the season, and potential trade bait for teams that are making a playoff push here. So, right off the bat, I think number one has got to be Claude Drew. I know he has a no wave trade clause right now, but I think he would be willing to waive that if he ends up going to a team that obviously has the potential to win a Stanley Cup. Flyers are one of the first teams in NHL history to have two 10-game losing streaks in one season and within a 30-game span. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're currently riding on a 13-game losing streak right now. So I know that a lot of guys have been injured, and obviously, that's something that he can't control. But I do believe that Claude Drew his time in Philadelphia is finally up. I think he can be a great rental. Obviously, his cap hit is the most out of UFAs this year. It's an $8.2 million cap hit, so any team taking him on is going to have to, give up something higher value in order to bring that cap down for the Flyers to, retain most of that for them. But I think Claude is finally going to be out of Philadelphia. I know a lot of Flyers fans are going to hate that, but, I understand if he does stay there. But again, I think the guy deserves to win a cup. He's been one of their best players, and he's just been stuck in a crap organization his whole career that, he only got to see one Stanley Cup and not win that. So another guy that I think could be on the move too is Marc-Andre Fleury. I know he's an older tendy, but still, he still has good potential. I think he's a solid starter on a good team right now. The thing is with him, again, unrestricted free agent at the end of the year, carries a $7 million cap hit, but he's with the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are a very teeter-totter team right now. They could make a playoff push, but I really doubt it. I think they're going to end up being sellers at the trade deadline, and I think Fleury could be one of those pieces that they end up shipping out of Chicago. So we'll see what happens with that. Another good player, I know he's been more hurt this season, but if he comes back, whatever, then PK Subban of the New Jersey Devils. I know his cap hit is very high. It's $9 million. But again, he's another guy that would be a good rental for a team that is making a playoff push, Stanley Cup contenders, to shore up that defense. Again, $9 million cap. He is a unrestricted free agent next season. So I think he could be a pretty good rental once that trade deadline comes around. Again, the Devils are another team sitting in that Metro at the bottom of the division, so I think they could be sellers as well at the deadline. Another player I loved a lot in Pittsburgh, but unfortunately got shipped off to Arizona is Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel still has a lot of game left in him. Cap hits at $6.8 million. Again, another guy, unrestricted free agent. He's stuck in that Arizona team, which is the worst team in the NHL right now. I think he could definitely boost a lineup that, again, is a Stanley Cup contender. He's definitely, again, like I said, he's still got a lot of game in him. Great on the power play. He is just in the contract dump of a team of the Arizona Coyotes who, were one of those teams that were not allowed in their arena for a couple days because they couldn't make their payments. So that tells you a lot about that organization, and I just don't get me started on them. But Phil Kessel, I think I could see him going out and being traded this before the deadline and being placed on a team for a Stanley Cup push. I got two more guys here I want to talk about. Andrew Ladd, he's a pretty solid winger. I do like him a lot. Again, $5.5 million. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. I think he has pretty good potential, and I think if, he gets shipped out too, I think that, he could be a good piece. He's won a Stanley Cup before, so he's a pretty solid playoff player. I like Andrew Ladd, but, I just think his time's up where he's at now. So, and last but not least, I'm going with Rasmus Rista Linden. Obviously, the Flyers defenseman who was traded from Buffalo to there this season. I thought this was going to be a great trade. Again, Flyers are in that position where I think they're going to end up being sellers this year. The coach was already fired. They got two more guys that are on season-ending IR between Couturier and Ellis. So again, to me, I think Rista could be a good piece for, again, another Stanley Cup contending team at the deadline. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he's got a $5.4 million cap hit right now. Again, teams that are going to trade for him, they're not going to take all that cap hit with him. But he's a solid, huge defenseman. Definitely could shore up the D-line there. So I do like Rista on the move, too, out of Philadelphia. So those are just a few guys that I named of. Thank you all for watching, and who do you think is going to be moved at the deadline? Let's go Pens!